So the first app in the list is SplitCloud, and it allows you to play one music track in your left earpiece and another on your right earpiece. And it's pretty simple, the one on the top is the left earpiece, and you can search for pretty much any song that you can get on the internet. You could go across all genres, you could go in your trending list, you could look at radios, you can change the country, and you could listen to radios that are streaming music for that country. And then you can obviously play music tracks that are already on your phone offline, or you could just browse through top charts, pretty much like how you see on YouTube Music or Spotify. For this app, I don't see a lot of use cases, except for the one where you might want to share your earphone with someone while you're traveling, and you could just have your individual music pieces in your ears. And adding more to your music experience is this second app, and as you can see, these music widgets are really pretty. It offers you all controls and works with all existing music players, so whether you use YouTube Music or Spotify or anything, the controls will show up. And you can see how pretty these music widgets are. They're not even expensive. Some of them are actually free that come with the pack, but the other ones are so cheap. I mean, 10 rupees is nothing in any country actually. So yeah, just go for these. You can place them on your home screen and they're just so pretty to look at. The third app in the list is a calendar app. Now I know we all have our own favorite calendar apps, but this one's a little special. And that speciality comes especially when you look at a meeting record. So let's say you've got a bunch of people that you've added and you just want to know more about them or the company that they belong to. So what the app does is it picks up the domain of the person that you've invited, and then it creates a company card out of that. And then you can tap on it and get more information on that company that they belong to. So any news that the company might have been in, the key members or key stakeholders of the company, about the company, the links to its social media handles, tweets that the company might have made, and a company overview including any acquisitions or funding that they might have received. So in a way, the calendar app allows you to be better prepared for your meeting by just having more company insights that you may or may not use during your meeting. And it doesn't stop there. You could actually go in and look at more information on the people that you're meeting. So, let's say there are some attendees that are also included in that invite. You can tap on their name and then it'll pull up whatever information the app can. And this includes, some personal information as well as educational background and company or previous experiences that they've had. So overall, I think the calendar app just prepares you better for your meeting and lets you know more about the people and the company that you would be meeting. And like any other calendar app, it does have all the other standard features, so various views, whether it's agenda, week, monthly, or 3-day view. And then you could also include or exclude certain calendars depending on which all accounts you have installed. And of course, standard settings. Now, I do have the Pro version, which gives you all the good stuff. So if you're someone who is, either in new business development or sales and you're meeting people and companies all the time, this may as well be worth your investment. Definitely give it a shot. The next one is an icon pack, and it's called Crayon Icon Pack. And if you see, I've actually placed the music widget that I talked about earlier. Anyway, the icon pack, it looks very fresh, it's very pretty, and it's got these pastel color effects, which I really like. The icon pack is for about 50 cents at this point in time. It's got about 4,700 custom or themed icons, which is actually a great deal. I mean, you just get so many themed icons, so it'll cover 70 to 80% of icons that you have. The best part about the app is these wallpapers. I love when icon developers put in wallpapers that go very well with the icon pack that they have, and that's exactly what they've done with this. So yeah, I think it looks beautiful. Definitely go for it. This fifth app is probably the best video editor that I've seen in Android in a long time. So what you see is a timeline, and I've placed two videos one after the other. One is, the dog video, and the other one is a beach video. Now these are all the effects that you get, so you can overlay more images or a video on top of a video. You could add glitch effects. You could add, a lot of things. You can crop, you can edit, you can put frames together, you can add background music, you can overlay with text. So it's pretty simple. Just let me demonstrate some stuff. So let's say I added some test text, which I can obviously move around. I can increase the size. I can change the font. And all I have to do is to, scrub this duration bar, and it'll stay on my video for that long. Obviously, I can decorate my text with colors, with stroke colors, with different font if I wanted, and there are a few that are already available in the pack. Then it's pretty simple to add effects as well. First of all, there are too many of these. Some of them are free and some of them are actually paid. So it's the pro version, which by the way is not very expensive. I think it's about $6 or $7 for the entire app. But yeah, just add the effect, and as I said, you could just stretch the effect on your timeline, so you know how long you want the effect for. And there you go, it's just that simple. So it's pretty amazing what you can do with this app. And you can also add transition effects, which is what I think most of you will need. And again, just like effects, there are a lot of these transition effects that are free, and some of those are paid, like downright, upright. But yeah, you see how good these effects are, and then you can just apply them for free and create a pretty good video. Now, you can also overlay with some music, and a lot of stuff is already available, but you can obviously use music that's already on your phone, a song that you like, or any sound effect that you have. And you can do that. Now, the only issue is you do get the watermark, and you cannot get rid of it unless you purchase the app, which again, as I said guys, it's just $6 to $7, but if you do use video editing very often, it's not a big deal. Coming to the next one is a game, and it's called Extreme Balancer 3, and it's one of those really physics-based fun games, and it's not very easy either. It's pretty challenging, and that's why I think it keeps you hooked. So once you start, you would see why you will not be able to leave this game for a long time. The graphics are pretty decent, the controls or the interaction is very well done as well, and you really have to be careful about how you play the game, because you do get 4 or 5 limited chances to complete a level, and you could always fall in the water and sort of lose that turn. There are plenty surprises during the gameplay, so as I said, you would not get bored. At every step there's something new, there's something that you discover, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do this again. And yes, you would, because you want to beat yourself real quick. So yeah, I think definitely give it a shot. There are a lot of levels. This game will keep you busy for a long time. Now, whether you plan to travel with family or extended family or cousins or friends, or whether you stay with flatmates and roommates, organizing and managing expenses and knowing who owes what to whom is very important and sort of gets complicated. That's where this app called Splitwise comes into play. It's amazing, and all that you need to do is have this app installed on people's phones that you plan to split your costs with. It's not a requirement, but it's just better to be like that. But anyway, that's it. And then now let's say that you made an expense of burgers. First of all, it replaces the icon to reflect the category automatically. That's pretty cool. And then you can just put in the cost. So let's say you spent $50. Now, you can change the currency in whatever country that you're in and you're comfortable with, and then you can choose who paid. So let's say you paid and you want to split equally. And let's say you don't want to split equally. That's also an option. You can split unequally, you can split by percentages, you can split by shares. And maybe not everyone, pitched into eating burgers. So you can just disable them, uncheck them, and you say okay. And then it will automatically reflect in everyone's accounts and their apps. You can upload an invoice or a receipt for, proof, or you can also add a note, and you can add the date as well. And that's it. The app automatically works in the background to let people know how much they owe each other. And to do that, you just have to tap on Settle Up, and it'll tell you how much, people owe each other. It's just really great, and there's no use case that they haven't explored or they haven't accounted for. I think it's a no-brainer to have this app. And that's it guys, those were the top 7 apps for the month of January 2020. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.